Welcome to our close reading class for today. We're going to dive into a new text. However, first, I wanted to look at our text from yesterday. I challenged you yesterday to look at this question and answer it. Who fixes Natalie's problem, and what does that teach the reader? Give 2 pieces of evidence to support your answer. I'm going to give you an answer that a student gave me last year that I thought was really great. You can use this answer to look back at yours from yesterday and decide if you did a great job or if you can make some corrections to your work today. This is what my student said last year. In the end, Natalie comes up with solutions to her own problem with a little help from her father, which teaches the reader that sometimes, with a little creativity, we can figure out solutions independently. Their evidence was, one example is when her dad says, "I'm sure you can figure out how to fix it." And their other piece of evidence is, Natalie finds a solution independently when she says, "I know, I'll make those scribbles into streamers, and ta-da, everyone's at a party." So if you in your answer talked about her dad helping her, as well as what that taught the reader, so you included your lesson learned, and gave 2 examples of that from the text, you did a fabulous job. If you did not do that, pause here, review your text from yesterday, and think about some changes you can make to make your answer even stronger. Once you have done that, give yourself a smiley face on your paper from yesterday, and we'll be ready to start on our new text. For our new text today, you guys are going to set up your journal page with the title Forest Fires, as well as our date. Today is the first day of April. We've already finished March. And then you're going to provide a place for your genre and your thinking jobs. We'll get to the prediction and notes section later. If you would like to also write those down, you can pause here and set up your page. So, when I say go, we are going to take 40 seconds to jot down our genre as well as our thinking jobs. I'm going to scroll through the text. You're going to predict your genre and thinking jobs based off what you see. On your mark, get set, go. All right. If you put that your genre was nonfiction, you are correct. If you put nonfiction as your genre, give yourself 3 pats on the back. We know that our thinking jobs for a nonfiction text are teach and point of view. The next thing that really great readers do is we always remember that we need to look at the title and make a prediction. I see the title is called Forest Fires. Based off that title, what do I think the story or the article will be about? I think the story or article will be about, pause here, write down your prediction. Now that you have your awesome prediction written down and you've thought about it, We are going to go through our text, read, and take some notes. In your notebooks, please write the word notes and write down paragraph 1 through 3 in order to set yourself up for success today. All right, ready to begin. What causes forest fires? Lightning starts some forest fires. People start fires too. Sometimes people burn forests on purpose. They want to clear the land for farms, homes, or businesses. In other cases, humans are careless. They leave a campfire burning. There are other cases of forest fires. In some forests, the ground is covered with lots of dead wood, twigs, needles, and grass. This is excellent fuel for a fire, so the fire spreads more quickly. Long periods of drought, periods of little or no rain, make the fuel extra dry. Weather also plays a role. When the temperature is very hot and there are strong winds and dry air, a fire will spread. This happened in Southern California in 2007. That's where we are. The Santa Ana winds spread the fires through forests and towns. Where the fire starts may be important too. A fire moving up a mountain spreads faster than a fire moving down a mountain. Interesting. I just learned so many facts. That brings me to my first questions. What did we uncover in these first 3 paragraphs, and what is the author teaching us so far? In your notes section, you are going to be answering this question: what is the author teaching us so far? List at least one fact. If you want to challenge your brain even more and you found more than one interesting fact in this first part of the text, go ahead and add even more. Pause here and let's get started. Continuing on. The cost of forest fires. In addition to killing trees, forest fires destroy habitats, places where birds nest, deer find food, and so on. The roots of trees and other plants normally hold soil in place. Without the living roots, the soil can be washed away or erode during the heavy rains. The land turns into a desert where few plants can grow. A young deer walks through the remains of a forest fire. That's so sad. After forest fires. Some trees are weaker after fire, but not killed. Some trees that do not grow well in sunlight start to grow in the shade. Over time, a new forest forms. Animals move into the area to take advantage of the new food sources and nesting sites. So, what did we discover here? And what is the author teaching us? In these two sections, the cost of forest fires and after forest fires. I would encourage you to write one thing the author taught you from each of these sections in your notes from paragraph 4 through 5. Pause here and get started. Now we're ready to read our last section, Preventing Forest Fires. The best way to stop the destruction of forest fires is to prevent them from happening. Forestry agencies and fire departments spend a lot of time and money working to teach people about the dangers of forest fires. I noticed that this section really points out the author's point of view. Based off what we just read here, what do you think that the author thinks about forest fires? What does the author think that we should do? In this last section for your notes, go ahead and jot down what you think the author's point of view is about forest fires. Pause here and get started. Now that we've read our whole text and taken some incredible notes, we are ready to dive into our thinking job chart today. You are going to draw this chart in your notebook just like we've been practicing. You're going to write down what are the 3 things that the author taught us about fires. So you're going to pick your 3 most interesting facts from your notes, or maybe you think about some other important ones that you read and jot them down here. Then you're going to take the last section of your notes, what the author's point of view is, and you're going to rewrite it in a complete sentence with strong wording. I know that you're going to do an awesome job today. Tomorrow I'll go over my example with you guys so you can check your answers again. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. Do your work, have some fun, and I will see you tomorrow.